Hey everybody, welcome in. And Ian, we went to Bali. Now, Ian, you all got a little bit of a sneak peek of how he is and how he kind of works with his brother last time. But we're going to go over him and his kit in this video. And then I want to explain a little bit more on strategies around using him and things like that. So, his basic ability is pretty great. I really like this. So, at level 1 unlock, he's got 50% chance to blind for 2 turns. And then when you level them up to level 2, it gets 65%, so it's going to be more than half of the time. So that's pretty amazing. And then if Bali is an ally, it's got 50% chance to also chain to another ally, which is amazing. If you can get multiple blinds that last multiple turns, at low level, this is going to be amazing. And you can use it strategically. At high level, it can be good, and it's nice that you can have a quick one, because with Wand around, you want to either be able to blind quickly after they use wand, or just do a quick blind and then get into the use wand so you can use other effects. So can be used strategically at high levels if you are smart about your planning and timing. Now, also with his first special, he deals a lot of damage. He is a hard hitter. From his basic is not that hard hitting, but his specials are. They deal the damage. But then also his basic has so much extra utility with the blind and things that it doesn't need to deal a lot of damage. But let's jump into his special that that he will deal a lot of damage, and then he'll also increase harmful durations of bad effects by 1. So it's going to extend all the harmful duration. So if you've got blind, it's going to give it for another turn. And if you're doing things like slow, that can be massive to slow down the enemy, to make them have less turns so you can have more turns. And then if no harmful effects are present, you can get a random harmful effect. So that's pretty cool, though random can be good and can be bad. Like, can be one of those pointless ones that is never going to get used, or can be a really good one. And now he can also spread 1 harmful effect from the target to adjacent opponents, but it won't spread stun, charm, sleep, or polymorph. So that's good, because those ones are too OP. We've had it when he was first released. He was spread charm and stun and all that kind of stuff, and we've had that mechanic in the game before, and it was absolutely horrendous. It's not fun. So it's good that they're putting this as a standard of not spreadable effects. Now, you can also increase the duration of helpful effects on himself by 1 as well. So if he has a helpful effect, you can go, increase it for an extra turn, and then if no helpful effects are present, he can gain a random helpful effect. So that's pretty cool. He's got like a little bit of random and extension and good and bad effects, which is cool. I really like that about him and his utility. Now, his special 3, Volta Thundersar. This is amazing, but as you can see just across there, that it is on a cooldown. There's not yellow bars say like this a move. This one has yellow bars above the picture, whereas Volta has orange bars. So that means it's on a cooldown. That means you can't use it straight away. You have to wait 3 turns. So first turn, it'll have 2 bars left, and then 2 more bars. And as we saw in the video last time in the Bali showcase, if you use Bali's move that reduces cooldown, it gives an extra reduction of cooldown to Ian. That pretty much just wipes the cooldown list, and you can use it first turn, which is amazing. Because as we'll read here, if Bali is an opponent, an ally, you can spread it to all opponents, so it becomes a full team AoE, and that is massive because it deals crazy damage. So one other thing is it drains speed meter by 30% for the primary target, the main target. So not the spread ones, but so you can choose who you want to drain the speed meter, and boom, drain it all down. Then also increase the damage dealt by 25% for each harmful effect. So if you've gone and stacked up a bunch of harmful effects, it's going to be doing a whole lot more damage, and it already hits hard. And then if it AoEs everybody with bad effects, ooh, nasty time. So Then lastly, we've got his passive ability, which he gains 15% potency, so more chance to he's going to be landing those bad effects, and that is amazing. But whenever this character deals damage, 30% chance to extend the duration of random harmful effects by 1. That is so not only his special will increase bad effects, but he's also got more chance to extend bad effects as well. Which that for him, I love him. I've got so many ideas and deck builds to potentially use around him once I've got him built up more, and I really look forward to trying that. But let us see him in a deck. So I've gone and just slapped him in with some of the top characters. I am going to just rearrange my team a little bit more. Maybe I don't really know. Maybe I'll leave it like that. Although I will just rotate things around a little bit. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go and put in, do I want to, no I won't. I'll go back to Splash. So I've got ideas to use it with Wild Imagination, and I want to do a video on that at a later date. Because as we know, he can spread and he can do more damage for more bad effects. So that is going to be an opportunity. But for now, I'm just going to try Splash Mountain, and then maybe I'll swap into that, and then I'll leave that for a future video, for doing a whole video on that. But here we go. Mr. Hero, he's back. And here we go. It's going to be a test against a fairly good meta team, and he'll be below gear on my main characters, but more gear than my onward characters. So this will even out a little bit, and he is using full meta team, so like Dash. So one good thing about that is that my onward characters have a hope of surviving. A hope. But we will see. They will definitely be falling to Dash, probably. So I like his resistance. So that's one thing that Ian has got going for him. And there he goes. So goodbye, Ian, for his showcase. This is where he falls. He didn't do it on Ian. Wow. Okay. He reduced Aladdin just enough to get. I just needed a evade right there. I really needed an evade right there. Goodbye, team. So that is one downside with a lot of these other teams, is that they just can't compete speed-wise with a lot of other characters, is they end up just getting destroyed. So, and that doesn't work very well for them, sadly enough. So we are now going to get destroyed by Zurg. He will snipe Bali or Aladdin, most likely Aladdin, or not snipe. He should definitely. Oh no, he couldn't have sniped because I use my hiya. I use my Splash Mountain. So here you see the problem with running anything out of meta is that everything is severely disadvantaged by speed teams. So if you're running anything out of speed that's not speed team, then you're going to end up hurting. You're going to end up really hurting. So I am going to have to make a quick change to, and isn't it nice, everybody? We have gone from seeing Heroi in that video where we just continually got matched up, to now we have seen him working well, and he's nearly at max. So hey, don't need to feel too bad. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm just gonna slow down that dash, make sure dash doesn't pop off. looking for those crooks, but didn't get it. And now hopefully he targets Shan Yu. But what we are wanting... No, not Ian. No, my Ian showcase. But one great thing that I do like is that... Okay, let's do this now. We're gonna try and pop off the damage with Ian here, and whoop, stun that Zurg. And now, who do I want to spread? I'll spread Shan Yu's, and hopefully just get. It didn't. Get some evades down anyway on some of his other characters. Let's just pop Mickey. No. Okay, well that's a shame. I was fully expecting to get Mickey and have another turn there. So, slight miss. I didn't see. No. Goodbye, Ian. And this is one other thing, is that to fully get things timed, you kind of need to have Ian and Barley going first, Barley faster. So that means he's either going to need a fully max gear. He needs to be either you don't put the speed gear on. Why did that go so fast? You don't put the speed gear on Ian, or the other way around is that you need to have a speed stone for Barley when they're maxed. So to make the most of that first turn AoE everybody, you really need to have those gear pieces maxed. So what I want to check quickly is that spread it to adjacent opponents. Okay. Alright then. Alright. I may have got that wrong. I thought it also damaged the adjacent opponents. So let's jump into this again. Come on, Ian. But this is like one of those bad things that when you use someone who is very much a glass cannon like Ian, they become top priority targets for your opponents. So kind of sad. And when you're running up against full speed teams, which is all that's in the meta as we have seen, it doesn't do very well. So I'm gonna see if I can. I should have done that on Aladdin actually. But let's see if we can. There we go. At least we reduced Zurg. So now potentially, depending on who he targets, most likely Ian may not survive again. No. So one thing that you kind of need, potentially, now that he's got slow, as long as he survives, as long as he survives, come on, taunt, or use your big stone on someone that's not Mickey or Ian. Okay, now we have potential to get this up and running. No, he went in front. No. Okay, well, that's not gonna work. I was looking for that trying to get that first turn, but it's not gonna work. Not gonna work this time. So, who do I want to spread some? Boop. The reason why I'm not using blind is because I want a guaranteed crit. And let's go after that Mickey. Come on, crit chance up. Ooh, nasty. And that right there is pretty much the power of like the Kingdom team. And here we go. Let's give some blind. Oof. So he does hit fairly well. And can we reduce you? Yes, we can. Man, that is just like nasty. Now, yeah. But Ian, trying to get the timing right for Ian is just so hard. Unless, as I said, you've got all the speed gears or stones around to adjust the timing on him. So to get things perfectly lining up. I wonder what I can do about that. I need some kind of, maybe someone that runs haste. But you can't, with the ones that run haste, like Woody and Gaston, you can't really choose who you're trying to haste. So, man, I really hoped, I hopes for the previous match. Hoped for the previous match that I would have found. Oh, can't find the match. That I would have got that timing right, because he had slow and then one just killed it, and there went that idea. And he got a bigger speed boost than Barley, which was a pain. Yeah, that's not fun. And now with botland to actually maybe we can play around with this and actually show how he potentially can work. Thanks to botlands. So since it's not a real player, what you can do is try and get something like slow off on people. And then once you have got slow off, you can try and use his spread to spread something like slow. Boop. Okay, I didn't get it there. I got the defense down. But you can see there how like that attack of his can potentially spread. And if you can get something like slow spreading, you can potentially do a whole lot of damage. But now what we will try and do is, since we've gone through his first attack and I'm not at risk, I don't have to try and protect my Ian or anyone else like that. So this is where the problems come, is just protecting him. But when you don't have to try and protect him, I can go boop, give him that guaranteed crit. So this is Ian, guaranteed crit, cooldowns release. So now you've got his main team, and you can just go hiya, kaboom, massive crits all around. If you stack up some more damage, he can deal far more damage than that as well. More bad effects. Some people have seen max level, have seen in excess of. Some people have seen in excess of like 17k full AoE crits with him and Barley, with that combination. So the damage is there. He can do a lot, and he has potential, but it's just going to have to wait until I can either max them and plus get some speed adjustments to make those rounding trips of getting the timing correctly. So there's options out there, and once they're maxed and can compete with the rest of everything. So just guaranteed at the moment they're 6-star tier 6, not with the 7/7s like the rest. So they still have some room to grow and for survivability and more damage and all of that. So there is potential out there for them. I do really like them, and I do have more strategies for them coming up. So stay tuned, and maybe we can have more of a look of them. So we'll see. Who wants some dad pants? Let me know in the comments below. I want to hear from you if you want to see some dad pants.